Hey, what's up, YouTube? I just woke up this morning, had my brekkie for the morning. I'm loving it. Also, not Australian, by the way, disclaimer, but I do love throwing the term around brekkie every once in a while. So, just saying, it's a cool phrase. Um, that having been said, I am starting my morning as usual, apparently, or at least as I have been doing the past few days, by doing podcasting. So, also, I was gonna say something with Thermoflask, but nothing has changed on the Thermoflask, so it's the same stickers I mentioned the other day in that video, and I thought I'd talk about something, but now I already mentioned the time traveler sticker, so yeah, it's cool. It makes you think of I think everybody said this, but the retro diners from like what's it called? I'm thinking of like not quite the movie Pulp Fiction, but have you ever seen this is kind of random? Have you ever seen the show Umbrella Academy? It's like a really interesting scene, like in a diner, and it's like that's like the kind of setting for a scene for a diner that I'm thinking of. But I don't know. It's like they have like the jukebox, that kind of thing. Maybe the kind of diner where What's New Pussycat's playing on repeat because some kid, some asshole his friends are doing it. But hey, it's funny. So I don't know. I'm not gonna call it as a foul, that kind of thing. Anyway, I think no. I was admiring more of my stickers on the Thermoflask, and two of them. One was a pizza, which is really nice. I love pizza. I'm actually probably gonna get pizza later today because it's like one of my favorite foods. It is a vegetable. If you didn't know that, if anyone new to the United States or our policies on food in the lunchroom, pizza is technically a vegetable and is classified as that if you ever eat it in a high school cafeteria or elementary school or wherever else it was decided. I forget what school district or grade level was arguing that. Anyway, another thing is if you're so I know for a fact. Well, I'm just wondering in whatever countries you're in, if how you view quote, the hamburger or just the hamburger in general or hamburgers in general, I guess, because they are quite indeed an American staple of our diet, and I'm just wondering if you view them as American or if it's one of those things where like, are the Americans trying to take hamburgers? Like, we definitely have hamburgers locked down. Like, have you ever been to 4th of July? Like, there's nowhere else in the world where you'll just see like guys grilling out on the patio like burgers and hot dogs too. So like that's like the most American staple. I'm just curious like how the world views us, and because like I've seen burgers in other countries. Like I know you guys also like have like cuisines just like we have spaghetti in America, but like I'm just wondering if you're gonna be like defensive about it, be like, look, America, we know what you want to do. You did the freedom fries thing, we get it. But anyway, just saying, it's well, I'll move on. Say this. One of the coolest things on the Thermoflask is the little Frosty sticker. I love this. It reminds me of Snowball the cat from The Simpsons. So whenever I see it, it just makes me smile. Anyway, well, something on the Bose caught my attention, but I don't know much about that. I had this vitamin water last night. It's vitamin water Focus. The flavor is kiwi strawberry. It's really good. If you guys are fans of vitamin water, I was like kind of intrigued by vitamin water because it had like a really peculiar taste the first time I tried it. But I don't know. I've like fallen. I kind of like fell into the habit of trying it because whenever I used to go to Sam's Club with my mom and dad, my mom would always kind of she'd allow me to like pick out some things for myself. Because I just pick things out and throw them in the cart, but I always would pick up vitamin water and stuff like that because I love vitamin water. So I thought it was good. It has like it's like good for you. It's like because it has like nutrients and stuff like that. But it's like also good. 'Cause I like it because it quenches my body's need for refreshment, I guess I could say. And like if you just drink water, like it doesn't do anything because it doesn't have any like electrolytes in it. And I like vitamin water because it's like the flavor. And like whenever I drink it, I feel like it nourishes my body. So that's why I like it. But anyway. This is also Focus. I don't know much about the other flavors, but I know there's other flavors because I've like seen them before and picked out ones. But it's actually cool because the other day I was like, actually having trouble focusing. I was actually at a hotel, I think in DC, and I was trying to check in, and I like made the reservations online. And the guy was like, "Hey, look, I didn't get your reservation thing," and I was like, "Oh, you didn't get a reservation thing?" And I just completely blanked. I was like, "What the?" Because I've been traveling for like so long. I've been doing like, I think like 2 years abroad or something before that, or maybe like a year abroad, or I just come back from a year abroad in Thailand, maybe, or maybe it was I don't know, maybe it was 6 months. I don't even know how long it's. I did like a huge epic trip to France and Thailand, and I forget where we even went afterwards. But by the time I came back, I was just like so fried and over travel in hotels. Like the guy was like, "You have a reservation?" I'm so used to just like strolling up to like a hostel. I'm like, oh, yo, do you have a room for tonight? And they're like, yeah, it's cool. It's like $30 or something like that. I'm like, oh yeah, here's $30, and it's not a big deal. At least that was in Thailand. But when I came back to the States, and then it was like, did you reserve through Booking.com? Can I see your U.S. valid passport and or your valid U.S. driver's license, sir? Because we only take driver's license. And even though you have this valid digital scanned copy of your ID, which is valid because it was printed through from a digital format onto paper, we can't accept it, sir, because even though it has your picture and your birth date, we just only accept certain things at this hotel. And I was just like, in my brain, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So after a while, I guess they're like spaced out, and everyone was like, he's like, hey, do you need help? Like, what are you doing? You're like really zoned out. And I was like, yeah, actually, I'm gonna. I forgot what I said, but I was like, can I go to like a hospital, because I wanted to talk to a doctor about focusing, because I thought like, oh, they have doctors there who can prescribe stuff. Because in the past I had trouble like kind of focusing sometimes, and I didn't think of it as like being urgent at the time, but looking back, it kind of was urgent because I really like spaced out, and it's like, I guess that can be scary because you could lose your mind over that kind of thing. But anyway. I went to I in my head it was just like, oh yeah, I can talk to a doctor there and maybe they can help me with whatever it is. But I was thinking they didn't know what to do, so I went to a doctor, and they it's weird because they actually thought it was more serious than I thought, I guess. So they admitted me as an inpatient. Like, okay, we'll see you and we'll run like we'll do. I thought it would just be like, oh yeah, you have focus problems, cool, we'll prescribe you something. But they obviously they take it more seriously. They take human who are in need of mental health. Or not behavioral health, but mental health care more seriously. So I went in there and they checked me in or whatever. It wasn't a hotel, but I don't know. They admitted me, yeah. And then they I forget what they did, but they just did like a bunch of it was like activities, and they met with me, and I talked to like the doctors and stuff, and they just helped me through trying to get my back on track. Like I guess I don't remember they tried to ask me like what did you do to cause you to lose focus, or like what were you doing when you lost focus, like questions like that to like kind of help like trace back to like maybe what the root cause was for like why you lose focus when you're doing a regular activity. But anyway, I think they also did prescribe some things, so that helped, I'll say. I'm not a doctor, so I mean I focus better now, I'd say, so I guess I'd say it helped. So but then again, I'm still taking medication for this the same thing, because focus is like the main thing that's like a huge thing in my life. So I'm on this medication. I don't know, it's called risperidone. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I was prescribed by a doctor in New Orleans, because they referred me to different doctors. Like, yeah, you have trouble just like focusing on in real life, I guess, because of blank. So I don't know. Anyway, that's what I take for it, and hopefully it'll do its job, and I'll be getting to be more focused in the next couple months. I think it's just because I don't have anything to focus on. It's just like nothing like there's nothing like prominent to like take that role of like center focus, because I used to like come from an executive job where like everything was like super rigid and focused. It's like, okay, and I was like a crack ace, you know. I was like, I'll do this, bam, 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 and like whenever I had a job task, I like hit it hard, like cross off the list, check, done, bam. Then MSc, like I nail it, done, off the list. Like Justin Blanchard, MSc is done. I got that done, check. I check with the other engineers or the other people offshore, and be like, I did this. You know, these are all done. The guys are like, well, at least maybe this was downstream as well, but they were like, this guy's sharp, man. This kid knows what he's doing. He knows he's knows how to, you know, get stuff done. But anyway. After leaving Shell, it was the complete opposite. I was in South America, just like backpacking and just going from like hostel to hostel, and just like traveling with no itinerary. Oh, I had a day-to-day itinerary, but like not like a specific roadmap. So it was like the exact opposite. There was like nothing to do. It was just like, I have to go buy food. It was like the complete opposite mindset. So like that's where my brain just like shut off, and like me going back to Washington D.C. and like trying to check in the hotel, which is like the culmination of me being like a 3 year backpacker who been traveling around the world, like staying at hotels and hostels in like China and like Thailand and South America, just like realizing like I am so like jaded towards the American like traditional 9 to 5 like work life kind of thing, suit and tie, suburban casual work life kind of mindset work life. So I was much more like the Tim Ferriss 4-hour work week, kind of like, yo bro, like what are you doing here? Can I just give you the money? Like, can you just like look at this is my ID, can you just like check my thing? Like I don't know. And it's just like it didn't register with me much that it's like, okay, something is different now between me and society, and I need to like bridge that gap somehow. So hopefully the risperidone and this vitamin water focus will do that. So that's the thing. But anyway, I've seen a whole other side of the world, just like Tim Ferriss wrote about his book. If you haven't read the book, it's a really good book. It teaches you that if you don't like the traditional 9 to 5 work week, you can start your own business. You can be an entrepreneur. You can change the world. You don't have to do what your parents told you. Dress up in a suit and tie and go to work every day. You can. The world's changing. You can work from home these days. You can get like remote jobs, or I don't know. Like when I met this kid, Alex Levy, who used to work at Shell, he stunned me because like in college, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just go to class. I'll just do those things. I'll get the grades, and then I'll go apply for a job. He's like, oh, when I was in college, I started my own business, and I talked to a company in India that was willing to sponsor volunteers, and they're like, hey, yo, you started your own business? Cool. Here's what you're gonna do. We're gonna fly you to India because he wanted to go to India. He's like, I'm gonna like finagle this thing a little bit. And he's like a crafty guy, so he did it. He pulled it off. He wanted to go to India. It aligned with his goals, and he pulled it off. So like, there's nothing wrong with that, right? If you want to go to India, why not start a company that would allow you to go to India, right? Make those things capabilities that can happen in your real life, and then it can happen. So there, he did it. So, but anyway, they give him like a free trip to India, so he got to do that. Just an example of like, if you can dream, you can do it. If you've got like a dream like he did to go to India, then you can do something to get you to India, like start a company or a volunteer thing or whatever it is that he did, or it was a volunteer organization. Yeah, so that he got to go to India. Anyway, but as I was saying, still kind of waking up. I'm waiting for my coffee or I think my coffee's actually done now, but I already poured like 1 cup, and I think I put too much water in, so it's like kind of mild or weak, as you want to call it. And I think I'd prefer the term moot. So I'm coining that as the American term for coffee. So Britain, if you want to lock up like weak or mild, you're welcome to. But America's. I hope you back me up, America, because my coffee being moot is like it doesn't do much for me. It's like a moot point. Like why even drink the coffee, right? That's oh shit. I was gonna get the coffee. Why would you even do that, right? Oh, here it is. Nice. I love these glasses, by the way. You guys will call them flutes. Not like the champagne ones, the champagne towers, as they used to be called, champagne flutes. But I'm gonna start calling them champagne towers. I think it's cooler. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know. I forget. I just needed my coffee. This just like helps me just like. Actually, here's the thing. Let me tell you about my relationship with coffee, or how I used to feel about coffee. Did I say this in a different way? I don't remember. But either way, coffee's becoming more a part of my daily routine, and I'll just keep it short in case I did. But it's helping me like wake up more in the mornings, and I will say that, yeah. I was trying to think of something better to say, but that's probably the best thing to say. So yeah, it does help me wake up in the mornings, or it helps me stay alert during the morning time. It helps me stay alert in the mornings. How about that? And it helps keep me like mentally, I guess, energized to do the things I need to do. Yeah, right. It's not like 5-hour energy or anything like that. So. Or any drinks like Rockstar, you're not gonna drink a Rockstar at work. I mean, it's not gonna like help you do well and like you're studying. Caffeine's like definitely like a mental, it's like a mental stimulus. Well, it's weird because Rockstar. I guess I can say that because like it's like the different things in the drinks. They like the different things because like coffee is like traditionally just like to wake you up in the mornings. But if you look at Rockstar, it's got like guarana in it, and that's like what does like the bodily difference. So But anyway, I'm still, by the way, majorly a coffee person, but if someone from Britain, like say a British female, would like to come over, look at you like to wrestle, but if you know someone else would like to come instead, by all means, invite them over or send them over, and I'll be happy to see them here. I would like to join for tea time. You can bring your tea and I'll have my coffee, and it'll be a nice meeting of of America meets Britain, Volume 2 or Part 2. Yeah, Volume 2 of an epic saga of meeting in different places around the world and wondering, maybe, I don't know. I think we're in the same boat. It's like, is this the best track for our life? Like, I was kind of like, yeah. I was like, I mean, I don't know. I was at a good point in my life when I met you, but I feel like I'm at a good point in my life now. So you should meet me now. I think this is like the perfect time for you to meet me again. It'll be, but stay tuned for Volume 3. Who knows? It could get just different from here. I don't know. It's hard to say better or worse, but it could just be different. Anyway, I had one more drink too, but I forget what it was. I got one more drink. My personal helper Is that called? I guess it sounds kind of strange. I feel most comfortable saying personal assistant, but then it sounds like I'm like an executive and she like works for me. But she's not like. I mean, she is a personal assistant, but like, not like. I don't know. Is there a better term? Personal secretary, I guess. Yeah, I guess that. Yes, but she brought me some drinks yesterday, and I got among this she made some coconut water, which I haven't had. Well, actually, I ordered some, but I haven't had like. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of like when I had coconut water, like specifically, and I don't know. I don't know, but I ordered coconut water. I think about it. I don't remember. But anyway, I ordered coconut water on Amazon, and then after a while, I just like kind of got tired of it. So I stopped ordering it. But I don't know. Another funny fact. It's a funny, interesting thing that happened in my life. I ordered Larry Lindy's cookies, and I set to subscription mode because I thought I would get it like, more than I thought I would. But somehow, like, something happened with the subscription, and they sent me like a ton of boxes, like all at once. And then after that, like something happened with my card, and then they just like stopped sending them. But I have like literally like a whole closet full of Larry Lenny's like complete protein bars in my closet. I have no clue what to do with them because I'm not like that big a fan of them. But because like I eat like actual regular food, so it's something I was gonna have just like, to snack on every once in a while or something. But they're just like there's so many of them en masse, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. So maybe I'll just like try to incorporate them more into my diet. Yeah, even though I do still eat regular food. But I don't know. There was a while actually when I was in Pittsburgh, I think, when I just only ate snack foods because I was thinking about it. I was like, well, if I eat high protein snack foods, like it'll still nourish my body, so like it'll be fine, right? Like I'm still getting all the nutrients I need, and then it's that way I don't have to like cook and mess with like stuff like that. It's just like, yeah. Actually, here's the thing. I did like a trend because here's the thing. When I was traveling around in Eastern Europe and Asia, so normally I used to be a really really fit guy, and like I always ate really really well. I used to great variety of veg for me. I always had like lean chicken grilled on George Foreman grill. I had salads with the quinoa and stuff like that. I'd eat for lunch like only snapjack or not snapjack, but just like tuna and whatever else with it. So it was all like lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, and like whole wheat stuff like that. So it was always like the best diet I could possibly be on. But then like when I traveled in South America and started doing like other travels, it's like it got hard because you're not gonna like go into like a random restaurant in South America and they'll be like, oh yeah sir, we have chicken and brown rice and well actually now that I think about that, actually wouldn't be that uncommon in the Caribbean, but it was all just like traditional like regional dialects and stuff like that. So it's always like I'd feel like, and also this, I'd feel really weird going to South America and then not trying like something like regional in there. Like it'd be so weird like to go on like a spiritual journey through South America and be like, yeah, I'm only gonna have chicken and brown rice, but it's really cool to have like all this like specialty food and stuff like that. Like for example, when I was in Romania, they have this stuff called bowls, which is like one of the best food in the entire world. I can't tell you what it is. Except that it's something called samasale or something like that. I have no clue. Anyway, if you want to go and try it, you have to go to Romania and you have to try it for yourself because it's a really good dish, and it's like one of the best things I tried when I was traveling in that region. So really good. Also, if you go to Russia, you're probably gonna end up having a lot of borscht because borscht is actually really popular there. And I thought that was really funny because I always remember Daniel Tosh talking about borscht, and I thought that was like funny when I heard it on Tosh.0. But when I went there, I was like, no way, borscht is really this much of a thing. So that was pretty funny. But anyway, I did try borscht when I was there, more so than I might have experienced it before, but mainly because when I was on the Trans-Siberian Railroad, which I did take by the way, to get from Beijing to or not Beijing to get when I went from Moscow to Beijing, I was on the train. And the only thing they served was borscht, so I was kind of like just whenever I had to get lunch, I'd just go there and be like, oh, borscht, great. I'm really hungry, but I mean this is like what they have on the menus. Cool. That's not the worst thing. It's like it's cool. Anyway, the cuisine though in China though, it was so good. And here's the thing though, I'm used to eating family style cuisine because when I'd always go to Chinese restaurants with my family, my dad would always order family style. So what that means is like each person would like order their own plates, or like each person would order their own plate, but then every person at the table after the orders came in would just like take either like a communal plate, like one of the plates they give you at the table, or they bring you extra plates, and then you just like serve food from each plate. You just like share the food kind of, or like serve the food so you can try all the different dishes and get like a sample of each dish. So that, and then also obviously the rice too. So Anyway, when I was there, I was so used to that, so I'd order like two dishes because it felt weird just to order one dish at a Chinese restaurant because it's like, how can I go to a Chinese restaurant and just only eat like Wuhan beef? Because it feels like I'm in like, I don't know, it feels like I'm ordering like at a restaurant, like an Italian restaurant. So I'd get like two things. I'm used to having like, even like a Panda Express, right? They do the, like, if you order something, it's like you get the Beijing beef and the, like, I don't know, I always, that's what I always get at least. And like the orange chicken, right? And with, I will, then you get a little bit of rice, but I don't know. But anyway, you get, they give you two things. So when I was like at a restaurant, I order like two things. Like, okay, the eggplant, and then could I get like a Wuhan beef or something too? So they'd always bring me like two dishes. So by the end of like the time I was traveling in China, I'd eaten a lot, and I was getting like, I was putting like a little bit of weight, or I was getting like a little bit chubby. So I didn't notice this, but I was like still active in my head. I was like, well, it's not a big deal. I stay active enough. Like I'm like walk up the calories. But when I came back, I think this was like right after, like a little bit after, I was in my kitchen and I was stepped on the scale and I was like, because I'm gonna weigh myself just to see, like how much I weigh now. And I was like, heavier than what was on if you know the BMI scale from like whenever you took health class in elementary school. I'm guessing that's like standard for every American high school or school district in America. Then you would know the like the BMI scale. So mine was like, I think it was actually listed as overweight. So I was like, no way. This is not okay for me because I do not want to be overweight. So what I did is I immediately started researching how to lose weight. So I got a calorie counter app, and every single day I like rigidly counted calories. And it was like, let me tell you, it's like one of the harshest things on earth because like there's nothing more weird than like when you're with people and they're just eating like naturally. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna eat whatever I want. You're like, shit, I have to count my calories. And you just like watch them. You're like, I hate you. Like I have to just like make sure I can eat like or I have to like count these out and just say like, okay, I can have like one sandwich and then half of this avocado. Well, first of all, you can't have an avocado. If you've ever done counting calories, you probably know you can't have an avocado. That's pretty expensive in calorie terms. So, but you can have like tuna's not too bad. It's pretty cheap. It's protein return for calorie intake. It's not bad. Salads are pretty good. That's good, but they're not going to fill you up too much. So, I think one of the main things I had. Oh, there's some things I had to cut out completely, and it was like the first time I saw it, I was like, no bullshit. There's no way I have to get rid of this stuff, right? But some stuff is just like it's too expensive. You just can't afford it in your calorie diet. So I don't know. I can't remember now, but if I check my app, I could probably tell you like some of the things. Hold on, let me think. What was there? There was trying to think like what I couldn't have. Oh, juice. That was like the main thing. I couldn't have juice because juice is just like so high in calories. It was like I was just like such a natural thing for me. Like I just wanted to go to the fridge and get like a juice because I was thirsty, and I didn't feel like drinking water because water's just like so plain and boring. But like I like looked it up and it's like 100 and something calories just for one glass of juice. And I was like, no, I can't afford that. No way. Not when I'm on like an 800 calorie diet. So I had to like cut that up with that completely. And my breakfast became so much more plain instead of like this traditional like orange juice and eggs and a bagel or something like that. It was just like water and I forget what even else I could have. I guess I could still have eggs. I think, but then like maybe something else like it was like. Maybe I could have toast. I forget, but it was a much simpler breakfast. And it was like mostly pastas and whole grains. I think it was that because I think that was like the lowest calorie thing I could eat. So it was like it wasn't muesli though. Muesli was pretty high in calories, but I did have that some mornings, so I could still manage that in. So, but anyway, I forget what it was, but it wasn't like I couldn't eat like regular cereals because those were like traditionally too high. So I had to like cut all that stuff out, which is weird because I was so used to just like eating like. I'm just so used to eating like whatever I want and not having to worry about it because, at least in general. But that's tough to say because I have like a good diet, or I had a good diet like nailed down until I was traveling. I had like a good regular diet, so I didn't have to worry about it because I just like made it disciplined. I was just like so disciplined to just like, or I was just like so in the discipline of eating good food that, or like healthy food, or lean food, I'll say, that I just like didn't have to worry about. The calories or anything like that. So, but anyway, I tried. I tried. Like a couple of different apps, calorie apps, but I ended up with one and it ended up working. The weirdest thing I had to do or did was like I was like counting calories, and like one of the things I had to work in my calorie thing was like birthday I think it's the Larry Lenny's birthday cookie. It was really, really high in calories for what it was, but I just really wanted to eat them because they're so good. So I remember I ordered them on Amazon when they came in. I was like trying to work into my calorie diet. And I was like, no, are you kidding me? Like I really want to eat this cookie, but it's like 420 calories. So it was like killer because it like fills up a lot of your day. But I was like trying to argue with myself. I was like, no, but it's got like a lot of protein in it. But at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, I did like eat a lot of them, and I don't regret it. It's like really expensive calorie wise. So what I did instead is I started ordering like other protein bars from like this company One, which made a lot of really good protein bar flavors. And I actually go to the store at Giant Eagle, which is in Pittsburgh. It's like the store my family shops at. We'd go to like the back section, the health section, and I'd go and like there's actually an entire aisle just for protein bars, and I'd go and like pick out like one of each different type of protein bar, and I try it because they were all like pretty cool. They'd only have like 200 calories, and they'd give you like enough protein to like what should I say, to justify it being that many calories. So I got like a good return on calorie to nourishment ratio. So that was nice. But anyway, I was working with a lot of my diet. And there was like some days when like I would just like was working into my diet like the calories I needed, and I was like, okay. I remember one. It was the weirdest day of my entire dieting remembrance plan thing, if you want to call it a plan. But I did like a 1 protein bar in the morning, a 1 protein bar in the afternoon, and then 1 protein bars in the evening, and that was my entire caloric limit for the day. And I was like, I was like, wow, that's like not probably that sustaining, but at least it got me like the macros I need. So I don't know, but anyway, that's just like it was like pretty harsh because like I'd like have breakfast, I'd be like nice, then I'd eat the bar and I'd be like, okay, that's it. Like it was just the bar, like it was just like it was done so quick, and I was like I didn't feel like satisfied. I was like, oh well, I got my food. So I don't know. But anyway, at the end of the day, I felt like I didn't eat that much, even though I had like all the same calories. So I tried to like spread it out more, and I found the best thing I could ever eat. This is a secret, right? But this is the best food you could ever eat on that diet is a poke bowl. I think it was a poke bowl. Yeah, right. Oh no, wait. It was something to do with salmon. I think it was fish and something else. Maybe it was a poke bowl actually. Yeah, it was something to do with. I remember it was really low in calories. Oh no, it was a poke bowl with cauliflower rice. That's what it was. Yes, it was. That's exactly it. So you can find cauliflower rice at your local grocery store. I don't know if they sell it at Whole Foods. I haven't checked for it, but I know you can buy it at Sam's Club. I don't know if it's Sam's Club where you are. Who knows? But it's super low in calories. It's super filling and nourishing. It's just like the best thing ever. So that's my number one recommendation for anyone on a low calorie diet. So yes. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. I just realized I hit 26 minutes, so I'll see you guys later. But peace out.